Erie News Now continues to cover the breaking details of the deadly supermarket shooting on Saturday in Buffalo. Today, President Joe Biden, along with his wife, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, paid respects at a memorial set up to honor all the victims.
Our Kara Coleman is live in Buffalo. She was there for the president's visit earlier today. Kara, certainly an emotional scene. What was it like being out there?
Yeah, hi, Ethan. Hi, Eva. We were there, the only local team in the room as the president spoke to a big crowd in Buffalo. And that immediately followed his private meetings behind closed doors with the victims' families. And as we heard the mayor tell us just a few minutes ago, the president didn't rush that. He spent a good time meeting with those families, hearing about their concerns. And he also told them, he knows what grief feels like. He lost his young daughter and his wife in a car crash back in the 70s. So using that grief to connect with these families. I want to show you behind me here. We're just outside the Tops and across the street, kind of kitty corner here. A really large group is starting to form. There's live music. Gospel music's been playing for the past hour or so. There's speakers. They're talking about unity, how this community can come together after a tragedy like this. And really, those discussions, the president touched on it, on how to prevent another attack like this, certainly are back into the spotlight. And our Justin Gould, from our partner at Erie News Now, he has the story about how Western New York teachers are using this tragedy as a teaching tool.
Educators say tying school curriculum into current events is an easy way to integrate lessons into the classroom. Justin Hubbard, a coordinator with the Jamestown Justice Coalition and history teacher himself, is doing just that.
The shooter followed the same theory that other mass shooters have followed, called replacement theory. This idea that the white people are systematically being replaced by empowered minorities and immigrants by political parties.
Hubbard encourages fellow teachers to show their students everything, even the ugly parts of American and world history, whether or not it makes people uncomfortable.
If you look into his manifesto at all that he released, he didn't come up with this idea originally. He took from different people's manifestos as well, that a lot of it was taken from the shooter in New Zealand that killed 50 Muslims. So yes, these attacks inspire more attacks. We know this.
The educator believes passing common sense gun laws is not the only way to stop the violence.
We're having a lot of discussions nationwide about critical race theory, and if we should talk about racism in schools, and how Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization, things like this. Those are all just attempts to make this conversation go away.
Hubbard goes on to say that being vigilant of even small aggressions like the vandalism we saw last summer of statues in Jamestown's Down Park is important in preventing tragedies like the shooting in Buffalo. Reporting from Buffalo, Justin Gould, WNY News Now.
And back here live in Buffalo, you can see behind me outside of that Tops grocery store, it is a very active crime scene. The FBI presence is strong, as is the police presence really around this entire block here near Jefferson Avenue.